The House of Gucci. That's all I've got. Like before, guys, if you already haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm also on Twitter and TikTok, so if you're on any of those platforms, please hook me up. So The House of Gucci, I must admit, I was looking forward to watching this, and I really did enjoy it. It was on for some time, I did think. But honestly, Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, I thought they were absolutely incredible in this movie. I honestly think they'll get awards for this because the performance was just amazing. And Lady Gaga, she is incredible. She really is. Adam Driver, he's in Star Wars. He's absolutely incredible. And I think they really did this justice, this film. I think they've done absolutely amazing. Considering I don't know that much about the story, I was kind of optimistic about where it was going to go. I mean, I only knew that she killed her husband, and obviously they had the whole company to consider and all that kind of thing going on with the family. So it was quite interesting to actually see what the story was about and how it was going to go down. And I really did enjoy it. I did kind of think the time gaps were a little bit kind of give or take because you didn't really know what was going on. Like there's a few scenes where they've gone from one location to another and into a different time. And considering it's Ridley Scott as well, I mean, I was quite surprised because it feels really different than what he normally does. I do love Ridley Scott. I think he's an amazing director. Just a very different intake with this movie. So it was interesting, I must admit. I thought Pacino was amazing in this. He was such a cool character to watch. Jared Leto, very interesting character. I wasn't 100% sold with his character, unfortunately. You had Salma Hayek, and she plays this kind of fortune teller to help Patrizia with things that could come to pass and things that might happen in the future. So Salma Hayek, I thought she was brilliant in this. I was quite surprised she was actually in this, really. I kind of forgot she was. But no, she was really good. Really enjoyed seeing her. Considering I didn't really know much about the story, it was really interesting to kind of listen to. The fact that Patrizia was married into this rich company, it was kind of hard to think about, was she really in it for the money? Because obviously when she divorced her husband, she kind of had her daughter to think about, and all she really wanted was to get back with her husband. And she tried, and in the end, she realised it wasn't going to happen, and then had him assassinated. And I'm like, wow. And that's pretty much the story in a nutshell, And honestly, I think this would have done a lot better if it was a TV series, like 10 episodes, and that way we probably would have had more information and more of a backstory with all these different characters, because you had the father, you had the brother, there was a lot to consider with this movie, and it was a good movie, but for me, personally, it's not my kind of movie. I did enjoy it, but I kind of know now, so I don't really need to watch it again. And I know this film was kind of about the family, but I did kind of expect them to kind of show maybe more of the products, just to kind of maybe advertise it for the film. Not that they need the advertisements, because Gucci, they're a multi-billion-pound company, Everything that you look at, everything that they have is expensive. I don't shop at Gucci, but my God. Maybe that's why they never used the film to promote their products, but they kind of did. You did see, like, a lot of different things, but that's about it, really. It was quite minimal. But even Patrizia, her character, Lady Gaga, she just completely pulled it off. But you can definitely get a sense, she's kind of driven in the company. She's trying to help as best she can. But obviously her husband just does not want her to have any say of what's going on in the company because he thinks it's a bad idea. But you can definitely see when their relationship starts getting quite rocky, and he starts looking at other women, and, Patrizia, she does get really jealous, and I think that was one of the reasons why she really wanted him back, because she could see he was going at other women, she was getting really jealous, and she just couldn't take it, She didn't want to be the stay-at-home mother, she wanted to be able to pursue the company and just make a businesswoman of herself, and I think it was definitely an ego boost for her. I think she really just wanted to get in there, but obviously her husband just didn't want that for her. He didn't want that. And then it got to a point where he just had the company all to himself. He was the majority shareholder and he was in the perfect place. And unfortunately, at that point, at the end of the movie, things just did not go very well for him. So, and obviously the case started. And that was another thing as well that I really wanted to hear more about as well, the court cases and everything going on at that point. I wanted to hear more of that, but we didn't. I mean, even like a documentary about it. I mean, I'm sure there's one out there actually, but I would have really liked to hear the court cases and what obviously happened. And they did kind of have like descriptions of what did happen, like how many years she served, and obviously the other people that were involved. But it would have just been nice to just have a little bit more information about it. Even though we were all expecting the assassination scene, I don't think we were all really prepared for it. You kind of knew it was happening, but you just really didn't think about it. The fact that the two men just kind of drove up and one man just walked up to him and shot him, and then the guy shot the doorman, I think it was as well. I was like, did that really happen as well? But honestly, I just thought that was really quick. I mean, obviously, that's obviously what happened in real life, but I don't know, I just didn't really feel anything by it. I just thought it was very quick, very rushed, kind of. I don't know if that's what you've got, but that's how I felt about it. But I think ultimately, Lady Gaga is definitely one to watch in this. Even though it's not meant to be a funny, comedic kind of role, she did bring a little bit of humour to her character, and I really did enjoy that. I do think she's definitely one of the best actors out there at the minute. I definitely need to see one of her concerts as well. That's something that's on my to-do list. And even Jeremy Irons is in this. I thought he was absolutely amazing in this. And he's such a brilliant actor as well. He's brilliant in anything that he does. Thinking to myself now, I think it's probably wise to watch this for a second time. I think by doing so, I think you'd probably pick up a lot of things more, and obviously doing a little bit more research into the characters and obviously what went on in the family. So I think people that know what actually went on at that time, I think they could probably pick up a lot of things that may have not have been told, or maybe things that have probably been told in the press, in the papers, that haven't been told in the film. So there's a lot of things to consider with this movie. So I think people would like it for different reasons. I did really like the way this film was shot as well. You know, the cinematography, just the set, the props and the costumes. You know, it was all very, very done very well. Like the time that it was set in, it was really, really convincing. And that's definitely one of the things I really liked about this movie. But you know, the performance was good. I really did think the performance were brilliant. I think with performance, 10 out of 10. But overall, I'd probably give this film maybe a 6 out of 10, only because it's just not my kind of film, but I can appreciate it for what it is. But anyway, guys, House of Gucci, did you watch it? You're going to watch it? If you have, please leave your comments below. Let me know. Turn on notifications and please like and subscribe to the channel. Cheers, guys. Thanks. Bye. Take care.